So would you do it again?
Would you do what?
Would you marry me all over again if I asked you to?
Maybe. But next time, I think I will sleep on it. Sleep on it. Sleep on it.
When I look at you, I see Georgia. I see sunshine headed my way. I'm the deep end, water diving. I have a place
Okay, hon, we're ready. I'm set up.
Okay, I'm coming.
2 cameras.
Okay. So what are we doing today?
Right. Let's talk about the last 17 years, the things that we've learned along the way keep us from getting a divorce.
I made the right choice.
There you go. The first thing I wrote down in terms of like, because we had our challenges the first few years.
First few years? Why? Because we didn't have money?
Communication.
Communication, yeah, big time.
That was our greatest challenge, I would say, early on.
Big time. I think I had enough input because I studied a bit, but I really didn't have chance to output and practice
Right.
to speak out.
Right. Input meaning listening, output meaning speaking.
Yeah, it's so
Got it.
broken. Yeah, but
Yes.
yeah, communication, やばいね. Oh my gosh, we really, what we were talking was pretty limited. だね.
Yeah, the scope of our conversations?
Yeah.
Yeah. They took much longer than they take now. Remember that when we did have heated arguments, those were tough. I look back now at how I was 17 years ago, and you know, I'm ashamed at how I communicated at times with you, and I think I've changed quite a bit since then. But like before, like if I had anger, it was like this hot water valve that I couldn't turn off, and that would just
I know.
come up and blow out, and all of a sudden steam's coming out of my ears and out of my nose.
Oh, you or I rushed to the window and closed all the windows, right?
Yes. Because we used to have close
We
neighbors.
kind of paused quarrels, man. We
Right.
paused. Okay. And resumed.
Yes. I distinctly remember you used to have these like little, like almost this
Manji,
size.
I don't recall.
You had these little face towels, especially in the summer. Because in Japan, you know, we were always riding on the train and people wipe the sweat off their face on the train or whatever. And you had these little towels. And then if I would start to get heated, and you would get to the point where like you couldn't express yourself, or I would shut you down so quickly, and you would cover your nose. And then I could see, I'm like, oh no, because you're not the type of person to cry. You never have been.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to cry in front of people.
But then when
yeah.
But I would see you reaching that point where you were about to.
I just couldn't stop it.
And it's okay. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't.
It's not okay for me.
I just felt so. And then you would go upstairs.
Yeah.
And I would feel so bad. But I would also feel like, you know, I'm up here. Why doesn't she just tell me what she thinks? Because you would just shut down.
Yeah, you used to tell me, tell me what you think. I wanted to say something, but you know, I wasn't able to express, what I think and what I feel.
Yeah.
Back then. But now you don't have to tell me that because I say it anyway.
And who wants to lose? Because if I lose, then I'm going to be weaker in this relationship, and she or he is going to have power over me that they will then use, and I can't let that happen. So I have to stand up for myself, and I have to try to win.
But when I was younger, I feel like I lost a lot of times. So now the compromising is very important thing for us to do. But I still have feeling that I don't want to lose.
I have realized the things that I used to, the mistakes I made, some of the mistakes I made earlier in our marriage, and what I needed to change. And of course, patience and compromise, I realized those things, but the other things I needed to do was I needed to let you win. It was a cognitive decision. I won for so many years because I had the upper hand in terms of language, that I needed to balance the scales. And so there were a lot of times like when we fight, and I'm like, okay, now I've got this thing where I say, all right, and I just shut my mouth, and she's like, what are you doing? I said, I'm counting to 10. And I used to do that a lot, where I used to want to say something in reply. And I'd be just like, just give it to her. Just let her have it. Do what she wants. And, and it's like, a lot of times it's within the house. Oh, I want to set this here, or I want to do things this way. I'll just be like, fine. I wouldn't do it that way, but if that's what you want, then okay.
Yeah, but that doesn't sound nice. You let me win.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I can understand why you would say it doesn't sound nice, but I just think I had the upper hand for so many years that it was only fair that I tilt the scales back in your direction now that you have more self-confidence in our marriage, more self-confidence maybe of yourself, more confidence in your English abilities and the ability to express yourself and your opinion. So I need to shut up and let you have more say, more sway in the marriage. Does that seem true at all?
You have done that.
There's a but coming.
But you don't need to, you don't need to give me a handicap.
Good word.
I have confrontation with you without any handicap. Then when I win,
it's a straight up win.
I feel happier.
How have we changed?
How have we changed? I don't know. What I can say is we talk a lot. I mean, when you have, when you feel stress, you talk to me. And we both try to, so that the other person feels better or can find some solution. That's what I think. Communication, yes, we talk. We talk a lot.
A lot.
I mean, on weekdays when we used to work full time, we just said good morning and maybe a couple of texts in daytime while we both are at work, and maybe when we came home, hi, how was your day, yada yada yada. But then we were so exhausted, and then we just eat dinner separately and we went to bed. And next morning, good morning again. That's our life cycle.
Yep. Because you had a long commute, hour and a half each way.
Yes.
I had like 7-minute commute.
Yeah.
But we decided to buy a house out in there because it was cheaper. We could afford it.
And then also we love nature. And then where we used to live had a lot of green and a lot of 2 or 3 big parks.
Yeah. Kogane, Tokyo is where we used to live. So if you're new to the channel, about a year ago, I quit my job. And so here we are in retirement as a couple where we don't have to run off to work every morning. It's this new stage of our relationship. And there are a lot of folks out there who are thinking about maybe moving to Asia, Southeast Asia, Japan, and wondering if an international marriage is possible for them. So if you're new to the channel, this is a good time to subscribe.
Yes. Don't forget to hit the like button.
I think also one of the things that's helped us is that we give each other space.
Yes. I need a lot of space.
I mean, you're an independent and
Yeah,
private person.
I am.
You don't seek. You're not very social. You don't have the need to be, to have a lot of friends.
That's correct.
Yeah. And although I'm similar, especially as I've gotten older, I still need to get out and do things. When I used to work in education, I had a long summer break every year. I had 6 weeks.
Yes.
And you worked for a Japanese company and you had...
Like 10 days off for 2 weeks.
Right.
Yeah, but still long.
So we would travel often each summer, and then I would either fly home to the States after that or stay, or if we were in Europe or somewhere, I would extend or go early, and then you would come for the 10 days or 2 weeks. And then
I came home.
Yeah.
Myself.
Right. And I would go on and go do the yoga retreat.
True.
I did. And how many vacations have you taken with your friends?
Maybe 7 or 8.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think the fact that we give each other freedom to do so has also been good for our marriage.
Because we live together, so we don't have to be together all the time. It's nice to have time separately. Yeah, actually, I enjoy being away from you, to be honest.
Okay.
1 month, I love it.
And sometimes that time off, or just, I think in general, one of the things that's important to a relationship is that you don't define yourself completely through the relationship. We must continue to grow as individuals as well as a couple. Because if we don't continue to grow individually, then our relationship is going to stagnate, or get stale. Because you're growing and changing and I'm not. Then that would be a bad thing.
Right.
Right, because we had something important and major to work on together.
Yes.
It was a partnership. Yeah.
Yeah. The
We have-
partnership, yes.
We have often spoken about our relationship as a partnership,
Yes.
and that we're stronger together than we were or that we ever would have been individually. There have been many times where I have quiet conversations with myself and I think, there's no way I would be where I am without you in my life. And I've said that to myself many times over the years. Think of your marriage, to think of marriage as not just a loving relationship, but as a business partnership. And setting agreed upon goals and working together to achieve those goals has been a big part of our relationship.
Yes, I believe so.
And the fact that we've been able to achieve a lot of the goals that we set out for ourselves. This investment has worked out for us. We saved this much money. We make those goals. We want to buy a house. Boom, we buy the house. We want this vacation. 8 months later, we're taking that vacation. They've all helped to keep us moving in the positive direction.
Yeah. What is our next goal?
All right. First and foremost, stay healthy.
Yes.
Because we've dealt, in the first year here, if you've watched any of our previous videos, we have had our fair share of flus and illnesses in the first year here in a very humid climate.
Yeah.
Because we have. I mean, I was recently watching, Jim Carrey had a quick short, he was being interviewed, and he said to the interviewer, you know, after this movie, I'll be retiring. And she was like, are you playing with me? And he said, no. And he went on to say, I'm about to say something that you will probably never hear another artist or famous person say again. I'm paraphrasing there. But he followed with, I have enough, I've done enough, I am enough.
When I look at you, I see Georgia.
Was there anything else you wanted to say?
I'm hungry. I want to order Food Panda. So see you guys soon. Bye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for viewing, you guys. We'll see you soon.